Hello and welcome to this step-by-step guide of the new bulk load feature with Dealer Auction. So the purpose of this video is really to highlight the features and benefits, and most importantly the ease of now loading additional vehicles onto Dealer Auction platform. So once you've logged on into your account, across the top, if you was to go into your stock tab, and on the top right you can now see the bulk upload stock. So clicking on this you can upload the file, but most importantly we have got a download template. So it's an Excel template where you can populate the relevant fields which will be used in the adverts, and I do have one pre-populated already. So just to highlight on the top, each of the markers on the top are relevant to each of the adverts. You can hover your mouse over each just to know what's important and what's needed. So for example, a vehicle type, you can stipulate here whether it is a car, van, bike or LCV. VAT status is another good example, whether it is marginal or qualifying, or if you're loading vans, whether it's plus VAT or no VAT. But most importantly, the important fields for the advert itself, such as what reserve you want to set, a buy it now if you want to set a buy it now, and as well if you wanted to stipulate a particular starting price. The whole purpose of this is to make a foolproof method of being able to preload your vehicles to make it much easier. Preloading as well, because you can actually populate a lot of these details, for example, on pre-handover. So majority of the fields are already in your pending tab, ready to go. So when handover happens, I'll go through in a moment obviously just what's needed to be added, but it's all about making it as smooth and as easy as possible. So if I come back to my upload file, let me just close the window in question because the window does need to be closed. You can't have the Excel document open. So choose a file to upload. I will enter the stock list that I've just shown you. File uploaded successfully. Now, as I'll show you in a second, there are parameters built into this platform to ensure that you're never going to have duplicate stock or create any errors at all, just to not wanting to create any unnecessary work. So as you can see, it's pulled across all of the VRMs, the mileage of the vehicles and the current reserve price is just some of the key information. And next to each you have a marker as to whether there's any issue or query. So as you can see, we've got quite a few here in amber. What it's showing here is that the tyre treads are less than legal limit, so it is building in those additional parameters of informing you what's important on each of the cars. And going through the pages, you can just make sure that they are all okay. So they are all, because I've put the same tyre tread for each of these, just coming up with the same warning message. If you did just want to stipulate ones that have an issue, if you have majority that are going through absolutely fine, you can just obviously highlight those as well. So if I create stock, it gives you the double checking that you want to continue, yes. It will then come up as they start to load through if there's any issues or errors. So as you can see as they're loading, the first two have come up with an error. So we do have a traffic light system, so red literally means that there's an error where these cars will not be loaded onto your pending tab, and you can find out why. So for example, of this first one, vehicle already exists on your pending profile. So again, this just ensures that no duplicates will occur. And this one again, vehicle already exists, and you can just confirm the rest are all okay. So they're all ready and good to go. So if I now click view stock, do you want to continue? I'll just click on the yes button. And now looking at the pending, you can see they are all situated in here. So the first few are ones that we'd loaded previously. However, moving on to the other tabs, these are all the vehicles that we've added. So now that they're all sat there, they just need a few more key bits of detail to be able to load them on. So as you can tell with this, you haven't had to manually go into sell, enter a reg, enter a mileage, and then start to go through the process of each individual car. They are now all here sat in pending. So if I just jump to a random one, page 3, this Audi A6 Allroad, go into edit advert. So as proven here on the right hand side, it's pulled through already because we've had it inputted onto the spreadsheet that the vehicle has one key, it's full service history, V5 is available, and it's VAT marginal. Main things that you'd now need to add is just the features such as the pictures that you want to upload, the actual vehicle splatter for the condition, and of course your vehicle advert description. You may have a template which of course you can apply straight away, but nevertheless that's down to yourself. The attention grabber that we've entered as well has already been pulled through, and the tyre treads as well that we've entered have already been pulled through, and bearing in mind that it did highlight that some of the tyres were under the legal limit, so just again confirming that the system's there to work for you in a most efficient way. But as always, run through, just make sure you're happy with everything else. The usual information that it's pulled through, which it does from Experian, is the previous owners and things of that nature. It's got the correct mileage, it's got that it's one key. just reconfirming that it has pulled through, that the V5 status is there, which is all perfect. And finally, listing details. So again, it's pulled through the details that we've entered, the reserve's ready, starting price is ready, and the buy it now is ready. All we need to do is stipulate the finishing date. So if I click Wednesday, confirm, click publish advert, we are all good to go. So much easier now, rather than having to go through the entire journey for each individual car. I can then come back to my stock list and go again with the next one.